Continue reading this book by Uriah Smith, Daniel and Revelation 1897. We are now reading Daniel chapter 11, verse 31, the third part of this reading. Our Father in heaven, have mercy upon us. Thank you for protecting us, preserving us, and may we be prepared for the storm that is coming. I pray in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Uriah Smith comments based on Daniel 11:31. Page number 256, the third paragraph. In England, Arthur, the first Christian king, founded the Christian worship on the ruins of the pagan. Orphan, Book 2, page 124. Who claims to be exact in the chronology of events, states that he was elected monarch of Britain in 508. The condition of the See of Rome was also peculiar at this time. In 498, Symmachus ascended in the pontifical throne as a recent convert from paganism. He reigned to AD 514. He found his way to the papal chair, says Dupin, by striving with his competitor even unto blood. He received adulation as the successor of St. Peter and struck the keynote of papal assumption by presuming to excommunicate the Emperor Anastasius. The most servile flatterers of the Pope now began to maintain that he was constituted judge in the place of God and that he was the vicegerent of the Most High. Such was the direction in which events were tending in the West. What posture did affairs at the same time assume the East? A strong papal party now existed in all parts of the empire. The adherents of this cause in Constantinople, encouraged by the success of their brethren in the West, deemed it safe to commence open hostilities in behalf of their master at Rome. In 508, their partisan zeal culminated in a whirlwind of fanaticism and civil war, which swept in fire and blood through the streets of the eastern capital. Given under the year 508, 518, speaking of the commotions in Constantinople, says, the statutes of the emperor were broken and his person was concealed in a suburb, till at the end of 3 days he dared to implore the mercy of his subjects. Without his diadem and in the posture of a suppliant, Anastasius appeared on the throne of the circus. The Catholics, before his face, rehearsed the genuine Trisagion. They exalted the offer which he proclaimed by the voice of a herald of abdicating the purple. They listened to the admonition that since all could not reign, they could previously agree in the choice of a sovereign, and they accepted the blood of 2 unpopular ministers, whom their master, without hesitation, condemned to the lions. These furious but transient seditions were encouraged by the success of Italian, who, with an army of Huns and Bulgarians, for the most part idolaters, declared himself the champion of the Catholic faith. In this pious rebellion, he depopulated Thrace, besieged Constantinople, exterminated 65,000 of his fellow Christians, till he obtained the recall of the bishops, the satisfaction of the Pope, and the establishment of the Council of Chalcedon, an Orthodox treaty, reluctantly signed by the dying Anastasius and more faithfully performed by the uncle of Justinian. And such was the event of the first of the religious wars, which have been waged in the name and by the disciples of the God of peace. Decline and Fall, Volume 4, page 526. Let it be marked that in the year 508, paganism had so far declined and Catholicism had so far relatively increased in strength that the Catholic Church for the first time waged a successful war against both the civil authority of the empire and the Church of the East, which had for the most part embraced the monophysite doctrine. The extermination of 65,000 heretics was the result. We will read the next page the next time. May God our Father bless you and his Son be gracious to you now and forevermore.